Aries, I'm going to pull your cards live today. So this is finding your North Star, how to kind of orientate yourself to your best position. So we've got you in the idea of this. We've got the Six of Cups. Your root skills, the Hierophant. It's lovely. What you might want to consider letting go of, those two, or three, four. Oh, the Tower. Justice in reverse, Death in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. There's lots been going on for you, potentially. And how to set your North Compass. Oh, that's exactly what we need. Oh, we've got the beautiful Queen of Wands. One of my faves. She's fun energy. And, sorry, that goes up there. And where it's going. Sorry, these didn't turn over. She goes up there. And where it's going. 3 cards again. What are these? The Nine of Swords, the Three of Swords, and then the Page of Swords. Okay, a little bit of worry, but with some strategy, which is good. So, the idea of you connecting to your most treasured path, the path that's going to be most amazing, is something to do with a nostalgic feeling from childhood. There is a feeling, oh, the glass is here in my pocket, of going back to go forward. Now, I'm looking at the character in the background who's walking off with his back to us. What else am I seeing here? So, and what popped into my mind, so I'm going to say it, I'm looking at the crumbling roofs. So this could be to do with some dysfunction, funnily enough, in your family that you're trying to right somehow, like something that you need to address. The steps. There are some steps to be taken. Some sort of neglect. Although that is a person that's helping you, defending you, they feel remote. I never see this card like this, so I'm going to go with it. So there's a feeling that returning to your childhood to right something from your childhood in order to be able to move forward. Your root skills that you have is the Hierophant. You have a very strong connection to some sort of tradition or system of thought that is about teaching and learning and wisdom. Looking at his 2 little feet with the crosses on them, they look quite Moroccan slippers to me today. And the 2 keys reminding me of Hecate. Maybe there is somebody who's into witchcraft here, I don't know. If not, it could be any tradition, a religious tradition, your family, a psychotherapy, something that you've learnt that gives you quite a lot of strength. And you could even be teaching it to other people, despite needing to go back to heal some of your own wounds. There's a sense of you being a teacher. What to let go of is the Tower in upright, the Justice and Death in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in upright. So there has been some sort of short, sharp shock here. Now, this could be ages ago, and I hope you're still not holding on to it if it is. But it would have been about something being very, very unfair, and there would have been a sense of not being able to move on from it, because the Death in reverse feels as if you're stuck in the death process, in the loss process, but not in the moment where you then have the rebirth. But so it's almost like it's saying to me, and it keeps you in this sense of an eternal student, always trying to be the good kid, the good child, the one that makes everything okay, because of all this dysfunction. Strange how it's turning up today. We want you to let go of that, because that can't just be your only identity in this life. The way towards your North Star is this fantastic Queen of Pentacles. Look at her. Oh, intuition with the black cat, the lions, the 2 lions being so strong, looking after you. Her sunny sunflower, which reminds us of the Fool, and this wand that she's ready to plant. She's kind of looking away from us. She's thinking about what she wants. There are 4 lions in total, because we've got 2 behind her as well. More sunflowers. thinking about what you want, being a bit more independent, connecting to your intuition, but also some sort of creative will. That is what's going to get you going here. It's a much more grown-up energy than that Page of Pentacles, who's dealing with all these disasters from a child's perspective. It doesn't seem very fair. We need you to have fun a bit. It's like, have you sort of not done your teenage probably? And then I've never really looked at that on these ones. There's a little fox, it's seeming like, holding her cape together to me today. Something wild holds it all together, and the black cat, of course, looking directly at you. You need to get in contact with some wildness. And where it's all going, firstly, this is going to worry you. There's going to feel like absence, delay, and separation until you get the result that you needed. But there's this lovely strategist of a teenage energy, again, another page, who's going to start making plans despite it all. And that's kind of what you've got to do. You've got to make plans despite it being quite uncomfortable, because we need you in your Queen of Wands. And even if it feels worrying and it feels like it's taking ages to get to the right place, you've got to keep going and make it up, even if you don't know how to do it properly, because this is where you're ultimately heading. The Queen of Pentacles, feeling much more of this world, much more stable. She's sort of so opposite from the Tower, isn't she? She's firmly rooted in the ground. She's got that little calf with her. She's enjoying nature. Another queen to go with your Queen of Wands. This is what we're headed towards. Stability, magic, intuition, excitement. That is where you're headed. So this page has to think about how to get there. That's a little bit of a, maybe you have someone who's a bit of a Page of Wands, a Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles in your life, who could help you with this quest. Is there anyone who's maternal in that way, who gives you that kind of energy? Otherwise, it's just an indication of where you're headed. Now we've got the Queen of Swords. I love it. So that all the queens are turning up for you. It's talking about growing up, getting away from the trauma. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who thinks really brilliantly. She's got all those birds off looking into the distance. They're able to kind of connect her to her intuition. And I'm loving the tree but that she's tethered to, which reminds me of a tree in a book that I loved when I was a child called Go Dog Go. And they had a party, a dog party up that tree. She's sort of having a bird party. You know, what it's saying to me is there's a lot of kind of mature energy waiting in the wings that is you, that's being held back somehow, that wants to be expressed more fully. Let's get you a creativity card and see what we have there. This is an interesting person. Oh, it looks like the Hermit to me. He's got he's holding something in his hand, but he's also got like a scythe. Maybe he's not as friendly as the Hermit. Introspection. Introspection is often necessary to deepen our awareness of the unity and divinity of life. Well, you have this sense of the divine because you have a connection to some system of spirituality that works for you. And you are there is a sense of introspection, going back to go forward. It's really beautiful. I'm going to cap this with one, we've got some, let's get them the right way around, oracle cards here, and see if we can bring this all together, because it's feeling like a lot of mature, queenly energy coming through from a place of need, that even though I feel like I'm talking to someone who's grown up, they're going back to look at what they need to retrieve from the past in order to really step into this power of the Queen. Brave the journey. See, that's talking about this sort of energy that feels a bit frightened with the Nine of Swords. But you've got to be like this amazingly ballsy Page of Swords. Brave the journey. Again, she feels a bit like the Hermit. There's a sense in these characters with introspection and brave the journey of people going off on a walk on their own to brave and understand. Now, what I'm saying here is there are lots of birds with her. So she has the kind of support of the Queen of Swords here. Your intellect is going to be important. There are lots of birds, as if this Queen of Swords has sent them out from afar to come and help you do this journey. Let's read the book. What number is she? Number 24. If that means anything to anyone. Now is the time to brave. Time to journey. Say yes. Explore. It's time for travel, adventure, and the unknown. You travel not to discover new places, but to meet the new you created while experiencing those places. If it's not an outward journey, beckoning, turn inward and explore the stunning vistas, lost horizons, and secret forests of the psyche, all of these queenly energies. Living in the mind alone is akin to owning a castle, but restricting yourself to the broom closet. Don't settle for what others have told you of adventure. Pursue your own right now. There is only one way to unfold your own myth, and that is to be willing to brave the unknown. I think you're going on an amazing journey to retrieve all your queenly energy. The only one that's not here is the Queen of Hearts. Maybe with the Six of Cups, Queen of Cups rather, with the Six of Cups in the middle, maybe that's something you're quite connected to anyway. But we're bringing on board the sort of grown-up, tough-talking Queen of Swords. We're bringing on board the dynamic Queen of Wands who does her own bidding, is connected to nature and art, and the beautifully bougie Queen of Pentacles who values herself so highly. The Queen of Cups would be the one that's most focused on everyone else, is thinking about what everyone else needs. And I feel like your journey at the moment with these hermity figures that can be a bit frightening after a bit of a shock potentially, is to make things a bit fairer for you. You've been stuck somewhere where justice is in reverse. You're constantly the good girl or the good boy, aiming to prove your worthiness, and you have got this really beautiful moral sense in your root skills that has probably made you be absolutely delightful to everyone else. And now we're sending off our teenage Queen of Swords to get on higher ground, like the Queen of Swords who's looking out with all those birds with her, to go on this journey to retrieve some more mature sides of you. It might feel frightening, it might feel very scary, and you might not feel like you're getting where you need to get to start with, and this might feel like new territory, but this is a really, really worthwhile journey to bring all of those queens online so that you are advocating for yourself, ultimately, is what this reading is saying to me. So that what in the childhood where I initially saw in this card, which I don't always, some sort of neglect with these roofs and this person walking away, so that in one of the readings of the Six of Cups is that these children are actually in reverse. This is a young boy who's talking to an older woman, and everybody is playing different roles, i.e. the children parenting the parents. That never works. And maybe there's this a touch of what that happened for you. And now, in order to fully reclaim your space in the world, you've got to go on a bit of a quest to bring all your grown-up female energy together and think a little bit more about what you want. Okay, see you again.